Acolytes, the gift that keeps on giving. Yes, still pure unfiltered spite. Hasan's life is falling apart from More Pegasus. More Pegasus, actually, has a freaking library of this shade with Hasan Piker, finally caught, finally end, and if you want every single information that there is about Hasan Piker, what he did wrong, More Pegasus is actually the way to go. So, after that said, let's start.
Welcome back to the convenient downfall of everybody I don't like. In today's news, Hasan tried to expose Asmongold but completely failed. He's now calling out his own friends for not being extreme enough. Apparently he got stopped at the airport again. The ADL wants him deplatformed. He continues to beef with Nux. In other news, local Hasan orbiter Sean calls out Ludwig for literally being on his side.
Yeah. And by the way, imagine you look so bad that even Noxtaku looks like a normal human being. Comparably. That's actually an achievement.
New characters have joined the Hasan cinematic universe and are getting into beef with H3H3 and getting cheered on by Hasan. And Anissa Joma continues to humiliate iDubbbz. Already subscribed for 700k. We're inching forward every episode. We're all over YouTube right now. Everybody's doing reaction videos. Pat yourselves on the back for being part of this amazing community. And let's begin with the Hamas Piker special. Hasan compares his PR to Asmongold's by searching their name on Google News.
Asmongold does cause real PR problems. Let's look at Asmongold on the news side. All we wanted to do was play video games. Streamers such as Asmongold have more influence than ever. What are they really saying?
I love how he pulls it up and it immediately disproves his point. This is a positive post. This is a positive post. This was a negative article. This is a positive post. Another positive post. Asmongold searches past Kaisenat. This is another positive post.
Websites, it doesn't matter.
Another positive post.
Let's look up Hasan Piker.
Oh, freak. Yeah.
Okay. And I'll tell you what's negative PR for the fucking platform and what's positive PR for the platform. So New York Post saying Hasan Piker back on Twitch after being...
Read the third one.
New York Post is not a reputable outlet. It's
Hasan Piker suspended from Twitch after discussing allegation mentioned beyond the burst of stuff. Shooting.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You Google my name, and it's a bunch of people talking about me. The majority of them are positive. Well, it's actually just a lot of people talking about how popular I am. So he had to get off that page. He didn't want to look at that. And then you go over to Hasan looking himself up. There's a bunch of negative articles, but they're all fake. Well, these aren't real websites. This is not real.
Hasan might be rivaling iDubbbz in his humiliation fetish. Well, actually, guys, the articles I don't like are not real, and they are the fluff pieces. I mean, he has a point that most of these news sites are just completely fake propaganda, but then you simultaneously appeal to the rest of the news sites which agree with you, so that doesn't really make sense. Also, for the love of God, why would you do this on stream? At least Google this stuff off stream and then pull it up on stream so that your viewers think you're smart or something. This is like Streamer 101. You gotta pre-watch the video. You gotta do some research or something like that, or you're gonna look like an idiot. Also, mainstream media in general is supposed to be on Hasan's side, right? They're usually love like ultra leftist extremists like Hasan. I guess the open terrorist support was a little too far even for them.
Yes. And I mean, open terrorist support is also freaking what the fuck. But hey, finally they are turning around. But never forget, they supported him for every single other disgusting thing that he did. They supported him. So I think they are on top of the water there.
No, I was talking about like mainstream.
Hasan comments on Twitch ban. Hasan Piker suspended for Twitch after discussing alleged manifesto behind Israeli staff shooting. Here's another one here. The Guardian. Look at this here. Why Hasan Piker's U.S. customs story kicked off a backlash. A lot of these are negative.
So you have to understand, like, like New York Post is a tabloid, and Fox News is
all fake.
a right-wing dish.
It's fake news. It's all fake news. I've heard that before.
Yes, I sometimes have negative PR for the platform when I get banned stand for certain shit.
Okay, so then I'm right.
Now, it turns out Hasan is turning on his own community. He posted this sort of like warning message in his Discord saying that he's going to go after people who are pro-Palestine as well. Now, if you dick ride Hamas terrorists, then you're invited to the Diddy party. Then you get an exclusive seat beside Diddy Piker himself. So he posted this saying, if you're a YouTube content creator who hasn't said dick about Israel-Palestine and you're only now starting to let your critical position on Israel be known after 19 months of genocide, since it's no longer going to cause you severe career penalties, and you spend any moment finger wagging at people who have been correct the entire time, he's referring to himself, I will absolutely come after you. If you come out with a critical position without trying to both sides it, then great, welcome to the fold. So basically never try to hear both sides, just be in your echo chamber completely. What do you do? This is a crazy admission.
That's a normal leftist tactic? More Pegasus, where have you been the last few years, for F's sake, man? The thing is, this is normal for them. This is how they operated from the start. I think Vosh was one of the most openly talked about it. That he doesn't care about the truth, but only that he's on the winning side. And they all think the exact same. They didn't even have to admit it. Their actual, how they act proves it. Yeah, why is it a surprise?
Also, I'm not shocked that Hasan is going to go after pro-Palestine people just because they criticized him, because he went after Ethan all this time. He also posted this screenshot. It's wild how a bunch of washed up American YouTubers made the Israel-Palestine crisis about themselves. This is so true. This aged so well. Wait, it's been a whole month? Oh my god, I didn't know it's been a month since the content cop dropped. I've just kind of been pumping out this content, and it's like, oh my god, I thought it was like a couple days for some reason, but I should have known, yeah. Instead of both siding, Hasan, both sides as civilians. You learn about the concept.
The thing is, I think that more Pegasus just had a lot of work to do with this entire thing, because researching that stuff correctly takes a few hours. And I mean a few fucking hours if you're doing everything right and go in and just wanna confirm your actual resources. It takes a lot of time.
Of war and murder from fucking video games? No, actually, both sides doesn't have civilians. Those civilians are not people, according to Hasan. Ethan responds to Hasan's ominous warning to his non-orbiters. He says, Hasan is insane. If you support Palestine but also want to criticize me, I will absolutely paint you to be a Zionist Nazi and have Bad Empanada call you a PDF file baby killer until you no longer feel safe to leave your house. I mean, spot on. Basically, he will try his best to absolutely smear you so that nobody listens to a word you say. Anyways, let's move on to Hasan getting stopped.
I mean, the thing is, as I said, this is nothing new. Yes, as always. This tactic was always the tactic that they actually, went after. It's nothing new, acolytes. I mean, basically what I want to say with it is the following. Look at the people's action, not their actual words, because their actions speak louder.
In the airport, bro's about to cook up another story for the media. Can we see those tapes, by the way? We got Hasan on Instagram saying every single bag, every time, and it's just like his bag's getting checked at the airport. Oh my god, dude, you realize every person has to check their bags, right? Why is he acting like there's something specifically done for him? This is a routine checkup. Like, what is he trying to imply? That they're stopping him for being a terrorist supporter or being like a minority or something? Dude, you're literally white or white passing or whatever. Just stop cosplaying a minority. It's embarrassing. You're not oppressed. Stop whining for once in your life. He's probably gonna cry about this for another month.
Yes.
Like, oh my god, my free speech is being stopped because they're racist. This man acts like he's above TSA and doesn't need his bags checked. Imagine saying America deserved 9/11 and then being upset you got stopped at the airport. The most oppressed and censored man alive. Now, remember how that ADL guy went on CNN and said that Hasan has genocidal rhetoric? Well, now they want him deplatformed. Basically, Hasan made this tweet. There's no comparison between Israel and Hamas. One is a militant resistance comprised of orphan soldiers born into a 77-year occupation, okay, defending Hamas again. The other is an ethno-religious supremacist apartheid state with nukes doing a genocide backed by the USA. Don't forget, backed by the taxes you pay as well, Hasan. Stop paying taxes and go to jail, remember? Also, Amazon is on the boycott list, Hasan. Why are you still streaming on Twitch, Hasan? Hasan Piker is now saying the quiet part out.
And by the way, the ALS, I despise them. They are just going against everything that's actually popular normally, but if I have to agree with them, I will agree with them. I think that Hasan just overdone it. Not even free speech or the like. If you're a freaking free speech purist, please tell me how you defend his actions or how you would explain that the things that he specifically said and done over the last few years. How are you explaining or how are you defending free speech from that? Because I, for the effing love of me, of the freaking love for life, and by the three unholy gods I worship, I cannot find anything that would defend his behavior at this point. It's just, it doesn't have to do anything with free speech, in my opinion. But still, somehow free speech purists still defend him. I just don't know how. I don't know the reasoning behind it because, please, acolytes, if there is someone, please tell me why, because I don't get. I just can't.
Loud that Hamas is good, actually. ADL responds, when you openly support a murderous, anti-Semitic, U.S.-designated terrorist org calling for violence against all Jews, you minimize their fear and grief and embolden extremists. It's time for all public figures and news outlets to call out the support for terror and cease praising and platforming Piker. Now is the time for Twitch, YouTube, and X, and all the other social media platforms to decide if their platforms are space that allow for someone like Piker to spew hatred and pro-terrorist propaganda. The time to act is now. Now, I don't know much about the ADL. I'm pretty sure they've done some like really stupid stuff so people don't actually like them, but I agree with the message. Terrorist supporters need to be held accountable. Personally, I think the stuff he does is pretty much jail-worthy. Like, if you look at the damage he's done to people in general, just spreading this sort of propaganda, defending the shooter, and constantly supporting terrorists who go grape people, murder people, and just dehumanizing an entire group of people. His rhetoric is definitely anti-Semitic. First off, he's violated Twitch TOS a million times, so he should definitely be banned on Twitch. Now, YouTube is literally just his Twitch re-uploaded, so he should definitely be banned there as well. And on X or Twitter, he's literally called for the death of a senator, so he should probably be banned too. So I don't know, I'm conflicted. He's an entertaining train wreck that I love to see squirm and lose everything slowly, but also I want him to stop poisoning the minds of a bunch of easily manipulated people, you know? Now Hasan starts crying about...
I think that right now going against him and just showing how psychopathic he actually behaves does way more to stop people of being or getting extreme than just letting him be. Because in the end of the day, right now, he is actually getting shade on about every side. And the problem, I think the ending of this is, or the swan song will be, if he gets banned permanently for every side, this will be a good thing. Because people will then know, okay, even if you're rich, you cannot buy everything. Or at least, because let's be honest, the only reason why he's not in jail right now is because he's rich. If he wasn't rich, he would be in jail in a matter of seconds. And if he just can continue, do what he's doing, I would say America will be a laughingstock. This would be a freaking show of pure weakness. And of corruption. Just because a rich dude can support terrorist activity without anyone doing anything. So there it is.
Career penalties, and he refers to not being invited to an award show.
I say this as someone who has...
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Suffered unimaginable career penalties for this. Okay?
Yeah, this is the guy that thinks that his job is
no accident that
worse than retail.
You know, I have not been invited to a single fucking award show or anything like that.
You're complaining about not getting invited to an award show, and I'm not sure which show he's talking about. I hope it's not the dumb streamer awards hosted by Ludwig's girlfriend QT, who just kind of jacks off every other streamer that she likes with fake awards and fake recognition. It's like those places where Frogan gets Rising Streamer Award or whatever. By the way, some of you guys pointed out on my last video that Ludwig's girlfriend QT hosts a podcast with Hasan. It's called Fear and whatever. So they basically make money together and they're in business together and effectively promote Hasan to a bigger audience. The terrorist supporting, grape denying, Diddy party enjoying freak. So I got another theory. Let me know what you think about it. It's either A, Ludwig is also pucked by his girlfriend, and this is another Anissa Jomha situation where the girlfriend is simping for Hasan and the boyfriend just has to watch from the sidelines like iDubbbz, right? Or B, Ludwig actually just agrees with all of Hasan's views and that's why he's actually friends with him. Both of which I find utterly pathetic, personally. Then he talks about how Nux...
I mean, it doesn't matter at this point. If you're actually supporting in any kind of way Hasan, you should get shafted with him. That's just... He openly supports terroristic actions. If you support him doing that, you should also be actually under any kind of, well, watch in any kind of way, because all of them disgusting.
Wants to sue him.
And now you got like fucking lolicon Nazi VTubers. Like every fandom.
Acolytes. My dear lolicon acolytes specifically. You just got vindicated. Say thank you to Hasan because everything he says will be actually seen as something positive. If he hates something or does dislike something, it will be viewed as something positive. So, my dear lolicons, be happy. Joy. This is something positive, one of the most positive things that could have happened for a long time.
No matter how gay, no matter how queer, no matter how like marginalized it might be initially, ultimately always will have these fucking neo-Nazis show up to it and fuck up the bag for everybody else. On the one hand, you got like Iron Mouse, and then
just
on
like
the other hand, you have these like
fucking
lolicon VTubers who are just insane. The dude that's always complaining about me being like, Hasan is 700% done now.
Actually, it's 530% right now, but he definitely knows that. He jacks off to Nux on a daily basis. We all know this. Also, did I hear that correct? Did he call Nux a Nazi? Isn't he literally Jewish? What is this backward that shit? I can't believe the guy who's so upfront about his Jew hate, supporting terrorists who literally hate Jews specifically, calls people Nazis. You can't make this shit up. That's what I'm saying. This whole drama, it's cinema. Like you can't make TV this good.
He wants to sue me for slander for calling him a pedophile, only to discover that a slander case would open him up to discovery, and I feel like his hard drives would be so criminal that he might actually go and face criminal repercussions in the aftermath of said situation, you know. But someone basically was quote retweeting it, being like, how the f are you, how are people seriously, oh here it is. I can't take any VTuber seriously, bro. You are a cartoon character. Imagine if Bugs Bunny was defending Israel and being a pedophile. Zionist VTuber says he's looking into lawsuits, learns about how Discovery works, immediately stops looking. Greenblatt went on CNN only hours after the shooting had taken place to make incredibly slanderous statements about me.
I don't remember him making any slanderous statements. You call me a pedophile. That's slander. Mr. Hasan, in case we're counting.
Also, aren't VTubers supposed to have like cool voices?
Hasan is really playing with fire here because this guy could be sued by about 50 different people. It's just nobody wants to go through the trouble of the whole court process. But I'm starting to like how...
I don't think it's the court process, because he could, like one or two people, Hasan could easily stomp into, well, losing every single coin they have. Easily. 50? I think he would struggle. I don't think he has enough money to actually defend against 50 different people attacking him at the same time. But one-on-one, I mean, the justice system is, let's just say, not optimal.
Everybody is now pressured to stay away from this freak, or otherwise they risk a lot of backlash, right? Like Trash Days had to distance themselves, Ludwig is getting hate. Like finally people are seeing what I've been saying for years, that this guy is a massive piece of shit and needs to be stopped. Please stop talking about VTubing like you know anything about it, Mr. Underage Brothel Enjoyer. Now Hasan talks about how he's still popular and he gets invited by Piers Morgan.
Piers has never stopped inviting me on a show. I just stopped going on because I was annoyed. I was annoyed with the spectacle of it all. Okay? I could probably
He looked so bad every single time he went on it, so
still go on a show whenever. He asks all the time. He has an eye for talent.
An eye for talent? This is hilarious. If you've ever watched Piers Morgan, he brings on like literally the stupidest people on the planet, puts them on a show because he's a professional rage baiter. You can literally see Piers drinking coffee while two people are arguing so hard their heads are exploding. It's like having Hasan on the show is a perfect rage bait. So of course he's gonna invite you. Anyways, moving on to Hasan's seventh moon, Shonda Black, calling out Ludwig for apparently not criticizing Ethan enough. Reminder, this is the guy who said he wanted to kill another streamer. Shonda Black calls out Ludwig for not going after Ethan Klein or for torpedoing a charity event.
Why would you not talk about the people trying? And this is crazy. This would not apply to anywhere else. Ethan is the only person who gets a pass for torpedoing his own admission, torpedoing a charity event. Why are we giving Ethan a pass for saying he wants the charity event to fail, effectively getting the charity event to fail and to postpone, and for the original creators to divest from? I feel like that's shit Ludwig would talk about. If any other creator made it their mission to be like, there's a charity event going on, I'm going to torpedo it. I'm going to make it my mission to make sure that event fails. I feel like that would be a little bit of something that like people would talk about. But no, for some reason, everybody wants to talk about how bad and mean iDubbbz is for responding to Ethan Klein.
Oh my god, I'm not used to the chat going that slow. I thought the clip like froze for a second, but he was still talking. This guy must be completely irrelevant. Holy shit, is this Frogan 2.0? Bro, even when I did like a one-off stream that I didn't tell my audience about on a different website, I would still get a decently moving chat. This is embarrassing. Does he have like 20 viewers or something? Anyways, in response, number one, it's not a charity event. We literally just went over that. Clearly not watching the world-renowned series given 5 Michelin stars by Gordon Ramsay himself, because just watching it is so delicious. Number two, Ethan did not torpedo the event. iDubbbz did. iDubbbz made the content cop. Ethan responded, and that happened to nuke iDubbbz's career. This is like shooting a bear and then getting mad that it bit your face off. Like, yeah, keep crying, bro. Now, as people talks about Frogan being irrelevant,
was this Frogan a welcome home? Honestly, she's a lot closer than you might think. I mean, she's trying to raise money for rent. I think to myself, you know what? Maybe she actually would do better. Like, who makes more money, a general manager at McDonald's or Frogan? Like, I honestly don't know the answer to that. And I'm gonna be real. The McDonald's manager could edge her out.
Yeah, I'll never understand why these people keep doing this for literally no money. Like, I understand why Hasan's grifting. He's probably making a lot of money off of this. But, like, what about all these, like, tiny people who make, like, scraps, bro? Like, you're better off working at McDonald's, man. Anyways, moving on.
Now, the thing is, if you know somebody big, if Hasan wasn't this much of a controversial figure, the little parasites that are actually latched on him would have way more people that actually watch them. So yeah, there's
on to some side characters in the Hasan cinematic universe. Vanilla Mace. Don't ask me who this is. My local barber is more popular than her. But basically, Ethan offered her some merch, and she rejected it, and she came out as a Hasan supporter, and that led to a massive chain of events.
Okay, also, speaking of that, you know who hit me up today on Instagram? Teddy Fresh. They said, hey, we'd love to send you some stuff. How about... How about that? How about, oh brother, this guy stinks. Ah, the millennial who only wear color block pastel, they're gonna come for me? It's not even like the shit with him and Hasan. Like, just some of these clips that obviously, of course, the clips that I see of him are all like people shitting on him. But just some of the stuff that he says about women too. I genuinely don't know how anybody even wants to work for him at this point. It's like actually insane.
Can you please invite Vanilla Mace on Fearan? That seems great.
Yeah, so basically what happens is these completely nobody content creators end up latching onto Hasan's dong, and then they get invited to the events, the parties, the streams, and they hope to get a lick of that clout, right? The Hasan moons are multiplying, right? Female Hasan, simp Hasan, nice guy Hasan, irrelevant Hasan, supersize Hasan, discount Anissa Hasan, journalist Hasan, jellyfish Hasan. Okay, I'm sorry. Ludwig doesn't deserve to be there. He's not that bad. But yeah, we're just catching them like...
No. If he's near enough to catch fire, he's on the same team. No.
Pokemons at this point. Ethan responded, here's another dipshit I need to deal with. Why can't y'all take a day off? Anyways, we got yet another character, Sarah Spooks. Who are these people?
After a lot of thought and research, I've terminated my contract with GamerSups. I don't want to move forward with companies that are partnered with Ethan Klein. I know it's difficult these days to find brands don't have problematic entanglements, but it is what it is. This is the same exact girl that said this. I mean, with every fiber of my being, you if you play Hogwarts Legacy. So who is this person?
October 16th, 2024.
Insane to think creators like Asmongold and Auden Ross will continue to run rampant on the internet because companies want money, and there will always be a demographic with zero prospects who haven't felt the touch of a woman in years.
June 18th, 2023.
Bait? For me? Ah, thank you.
And you know what's funny about this other tweet? Well, it looks like she caught a nasty case of amnesia Clout goblinicus. We were farming Hogwarts Legacy like absolute trolls long before she even thought to retweet Asmon for likes.
Who is this? I don't even know who this is. Let me see if, okay, Syra. So let's see how many viewers this person has. Oh, jeez. So all you're doing is making a virtue signal statement, trying to force a big brand into severing a partnership with somebody because of some bullshit. Do you think she's going to stop streaming on Twitch? Of course not. Even though Twitch is something on the Palestine boycott list.
Dude, oh my god, all these virtue signaling losers, man. The real reason she quit the partnership was because she wasn't making any money. She wasn't earning jack shit. She has no viewership, bro. Who is buying? Like, nobody's using the code or whatever the hell. You actually need to be decently popular to make money off of these, like, referrals or whatever. Ethan responded, this woman is a Twitch streamer. May I suggest starting with Amazon? They're literally at the top of the BDS list. But oh, that might require you to sacrifice something. Never mind. I heard Hasan is actually considering going to Gaza. Let me just virtue signal about Ethan Klein. We honor your bravery, praying for you that Daddy Hasan notices this. We can share an ice cold Dr. Pepper owned by Zionists on BDs with his drink daily pizza. It's just that easy, folks. Got the Hasan clout. Anyways, Anissa jumps in. She has nothing better to do. I will defend Sarah with my blade till my dying breath. I'm her most devout white knight. Stay away from her Kaka, Klein, and crew or face my steel. This is so cringe. Ethan responds, I have never...
By the way, fencing, your man here, I actually did it for not a long time, a few months. But if you want to claim that, well, fuck you for that one. By the way, actually, weapons thing, weapons fighting, I learned it for a short period of time, just for fun. I just had, I knew a guy that actually owned a freaking training session, blah, 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 like weapon training. So I did it like for a hobby because our girlfriends fucking knew each other. What the fuck I know. He actually taught me a few tricks. And I'm gonna be honest, pole axe. Best effing weapon. Pole axes are freaking nice. The best looking weapon, a halberd. Changed my mind.
Never been happier. Making material change and donate commission to Palestine Relief Fund? No. Virtue signal on Twitter? Yes! This entire situation is slowly making Ethan more and more based. He's starting to realize that the people he was supporting are completely insane. No, this isn't real. It's time for your pegging. No, you can't do this to iDubbbz, man. Oh, I'm actually starting to feel bad for him, bro. You can't. Oh, my.
If he's near enough to catch fire, he's with them. And clearly this is a effing fetish of his. For fuck's sake, how can... It's fine. Just let him suffer. It's fine.
God. Ian's entire existence is a shame, you know? Even she's doing him to publicly. Brutal. Ethan also posted this. I feel like people are still missing how bad this is about the charity thing. The event was structured to donate $0 to charity. The only money going to charity would need to be directly donated to the campaign. Just a completely separate entity. 0% of ticket sales, pay-per-view, concession, merch would be going to charity. It's quite literally a 100% for-profit event.
She has tried to penetrate him with a scrappy.
Stop.
That's
I
what
mean,
you said.
it is a new piece of information that we all learned this week, unfortunately. Listen,
Yeah.
this is all in the context of somebody that said that we need to stop dumping on our podcast because that's not what podcast is.
Bro needs to stop dumping in his pants.
This is your emotional dumping ground.
Dude, I still can't believe Anissa pegs him, man. That's diabolical. Not even the CIA could get that information out of me. Now click this video or you become a new Hasan orbiter.
By the way, I don't judge for the fetishes you have. But for F's sake, don't show them to everyone. Just for fuck's sake, keep it for yourself. Damn it. As it is, acolytes, good night.